33,000 years ago, the oldest, and as far as we know, first dog to have lived was born. And since its lifetime, dogs have become an integral part of humanity, earning the moniker of man's best friend. And today they are loved throughout most of the world, being widely regarded as cute, cuddly, and wholesome. However, dogs can occasionally be quite ferocious, and some breeds are specifically designed to hunt certain animals, like rodents or rabbits. Yet there is one breed of dog that takes it to a whole new level, or rather levels, being the only known canine to routinely battle cheetahs, wolves, and occasionally bears. This is the Kangal shepherd dog. While only becoming popular in America in recent years, the Kangal has long been an icon within Turkey, where it originates from, with the oldest Kangal skeletons being dated to about the 11th century, making it among the world's oldest extant dog breeds. It's generally thought to have hailed from central Anatolia, where for hundreds of years they were utilized by Turkic nomads to guard various livestock. The choice to use Kangal for this grueling job was no doubt thanks to a few different traits that they possess, that make them one tough canine, with perhaps the hardest to miss characteristic being their size. Compared to most dogs, Kangals are absolute giants, and are regularly considered one of the top 10 largest dog breeds, with adults weighing anywhere from 40 to 68 kilograms or 90 to 150 pounds, making them heavier than the average male human worldwide. And they aren't simply big, but extremely muscular and solid, a result of being used for so long against a variety of predators. Additionally, within Turkey, this weight gives it its first edge over wolves, as on average, the wolves found in Turkey weigh less, being around 55% smaller than large Kangals. This being said, there is variation in wolf size as well, and larger individuals can still pose a threat to Kangals. And this isn't even factoring in the fact that many times the wolves have the numbers advantage. Unfortunately, this advantage sometimes proves too much for the Kangals, leading to losses. But for the most part, Kangals have maintained the upper hand, with one secret weapon in this battle actually being their fur of all things. From an outward appearance, besides giving them their distinct looks, their coats don't seem special, and they aren't, at least in terms of length, being rather short and uniform. But up close, you'd find that Kangals possess unusually dense coats, that only get thicker as the year becomes colder. This fur not only offers ample protection against the cold and wind chill, but also from attacks, with some studies finding that they are dense enough to repel a considerable amount of the force from a wolf bite. Of course, wolves have thick coats too, yet not as durable or dense as a Kangals. This added armor goes a long way in heated moments while also providing generalized protection, as Kangals typically live adventurous and active lifestyles while guarding livestock. And if their armor ever fails them, so to speak, Kangals have another much more useful trait to ward off predators: their bite, which for now is the strongest known bite across any breed, with each chomp measuring 750 pounds per square inch. That's 3 times the bite force of a pit bull and even greater than some subspecies of gray wolves. With such a vicious bite, Kangals are able to break small bones and pierce flesh, making confronting them a questionable choice for nearly any predatory animal in Turkey. It also helps that their teeth are sharp, large, and evenly spaced while also being relatively leveled, meaning its bite is essentially like giant scissors, with the enlarged canines adding yet even more extra damage. And as a whole package, the Kangal is truly one formidable animal, with some observations finding that along with deterring wolves, Kangals will even pursue them if given the chance, especially when a farmer owns multiple of them. And even by themselves, Kangals have still been documented keeping up to 3 wolves at bay at once. The sheer success farmers have seen with these dogs in Turkey has led other countries to import them in the hopes that they would deter their own predators as well, a hope which seems to be well founded. In America, partial success against wolves has been seen, as well as limited evidence that these dogs can actually stop bears too. Specifically, a Montana rancher who had approximately 14 bears living around his 11,000-acre ranch was given 3 Kangals as a part of a study. Before, he had reported losing livestock every year to the bears, but afterwards, he said that he hasn't seen even a single loss. This doesn't mean that the 3 Kangals took on the bears, but rather that they were enough of a deterrent for the bears that they decided to hunt elsewhere, at least for now. Other countries with climates and animals much different than Turkey have also invested into these Turkish beasts, with Namibia, Kenya, and Tanzania being pioneers. In these 3 countries, cheetah pose a serious threat to livestock, especially thanks to their speed and agility, making entrapment very challenging. And it isn't uncommon for these nifty felines to kill around 5% of the total livestock each year, with estimates suggesting that 95% of all cheetahs live on farmland. To battle this, Kangals have been introduced, with Namibia importing the most at around 300 since 1994. Shockingly, or perhaps not, the introduction of these canines worked very well, better than most expected, and farms with Kangals on them reported a decline in successful cheetah attacks by 80%. One reason why Kangals are able to stop cheetahs despite the feline speed is the Kangals' own ability to run fast. While obviously not as fast as cheetahs are, Kangals are distinctly quicker than other large dogs, thanks to their weight distribution and more sleek builds, which allows fully grown adults to run faster than 35 miles or 56 kilometers an hour. And their success in Africa, Turkey, and America has made yet more countries start to consider importing them in an attempt to tackle their own livestock issues, as other dog breeds seem to have less success than the Kongo has had. So, if you're a wolf in any of these countries, you better think twice before going after some sheep. And that about wraps up this episode. Thanks for watching, and until next time on Living Zoo.